Hello everyone, Travel with T here. Welcome to Seattle. I'm currently working down to the Cajun store, Alta's. I'm really looking forward to see what's about that store because I have been hearing a lot good stuff about it. And I will call it the hidden gem here in Kent, Washington. Let's check it out.
Only one in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, really?
Portland, California. Nobody has what we got here.
Oh,
we
wow.
basically bring everything from back down south up here.
This is amazing. And how did you survive COVID?
Actually, we did really well during COVID and stuff with people getting extra food stamps and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
And most people were cooking at home and stuff, but we do EBT and all that stuff here. So people, they get their stamps and they come down here and share it with outfits. We
Wow.
loved it. Yeah.
And everything is imported from...
Everything. We import everything from the south. Some of it come out of Alabama. Most of it come out of Louisiana and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, we get some stuff out of Mississippi, different places down there and stuff. But yeah, the biggest majority comes out of Louisiana.
Louisiana. All right. And are you from Louisiana?
Yes, I'm from the New Orleans area.
Okay. And how did you, beside the business aspect of it, socially, I know things are very different from down south to here. How did you adjust to Seattle being a very different social environment?
To my food-wise?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I brought it up here because when I moved up here in 85, when I opened up, I came up here and the biggest complaint I heard about was, oh, Seattle is beautiful, but man, you can't get Southern food.
Right.
You
That's
can get any kind of food but Southern food,
Right.
and it's in the States.
Yep.
So I decided in 2016 to open up a store, and that's when I opened my first store. It was 172 square foot.
Okay.
And we've grown into where we at right now.
Challenges as far as getting support from local support are you getting?
Yeah, we don't really get a lot of support from the government.
Okay.
If you want to be honest about it. But
Right.
our support comes from our customers. We get
Yep.
customers that drive all the way from Canada, Portland,
wow.
Oregon, all over the place and stuff. And so that's who keep us alive and stuff. You know, the people who come in here and buy product from us and stuff like that. Yeah, the government, man. We don't really get a lot of support from those
Yes.
guys and stuff. But unfortunately, they want my taxes, but they don't give me money, right?
right. And then what made you chose this area? Do you live around this area?
I live up around Covington and area and stuff, so
Covington
yeah, I
area.
decided to open it up down here and stuff,
Right.
down this area in Kent.
Okay.
And Kent got a lot of different cultures and stuff, and that's what I wanted to kind of tap into and stuff. So not
Right.
only just Louisiana people come in, we get people from all different cultures and stuff that come in here, and purchase product. Either they've been in New Orleans, or either they from down there and stuff like that, and a lot of them come here and like, oh my God, man, I went to New Orleans and I'm trying to find that food and I can't find it.
Right.
So they come here and we do this stuff called gumbo.
Oh,
What
yes.
gumbo
I
is.
have to try it before I leave.
Yeah, it's gumbo, and we mix boudin in. So we took the first 3 letters off of gumbo and the first 3 letters off of boudin, and
Oh,
we put it together and
wow.
call it gumbo.
That's
and
amazing.
so we sell a lot of it. We do it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then we also do boudin links and stuff. We do those 7 days a week, and Monday through Thursday we do red beans and rice also.
Oh, that's
So
that
we are
sounds
getting
good.
ready to add back to our menu. We used to have a full menu a few years back. So we're getting ready to add some po' boys and some different stuff like that into our menu and stuff. So, and just try to get back on that level again, and just make it happen.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And if someone would open a business, what would be the advice you gave them?
Oh man, my thing is, opening a business, my thing is, you gotta find what's a problem for people.
Right.
And so once you find that problem for people, then you be the solution. You figure out
Yep.
what can I do to solve the problem that's in America for people, whether it's toilet paper or
Yes.
whatever, you know.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
need that kind of thing. That's just an example.
Right.
But those are the kind of things when you open up a business, and you gotta love it. You can't just open it up for the money because maybe the next 4 or 5 years you may not make a dime
Right.
on that stuff, and you working your
Yes.
butt off 7
Yes.
days a week. So you gotta have a passion for what you're doing, and at the same time, figure out what the problem is that's in your neighborhood stuff, and you come up with a solution. How do I fix that? And then people come to you because you're the only one that's got the solution for the
Right.
problem.
Yep.
And that's the way when you, as young people or whoever, trying to open up a business, you find out what the problem is, and then you be the solution and stuff, and that's the key to it.
Yep, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
Next, I'm heading to downtown Edmonds, about 20-minute drive from Seattle, to meet the owner of the Tidy Rebel.
Your business here in Seattle.
My business is called the Tidy Rebel. I'm a professional organizer, and I have a team of all women organizers, and we organize people's homes and offices, and we really try to walk people through the process of becoming organized rather than just coming into someone's home and organizing it for them and then leaving and the same chaos coming back because nothing's really changed on a fundamental level.
Right.
Does that explain enough of it?
Yeah, so you go to people's homes, homes and also companies, any person
Yep,
looking to...
we can organize any space, really.
Okay.
This company started as a home organizing business for sure in 2020, as a matter of fact,
Okay.
which was a great
COVID.
time to start a business.
Right.
But now we've done things like office spaces, like storage rooms and printer rooms, copy rooms, and then we have this whole side of our business that's very niche, and we
Okay.
organize interior design libraries,
Okay.
which is, it's all just stuff, right?
Okay, right.
Like, if there's a space that has stuff that needs to be organized, we can do it.
All right. That's an interesting concept. Where that come from?
The design library part.
concept,
So I used to be an interior designer, and so did one of my teammates. And in 2021, when everybody started going back to the office,
Right.
they realized that their libraries. So most design firms have a library where there's like paint samples, carpet samples, fabrics, all the things, the materials that you need to put into a design space. And they just realized that for the past year and a half, everybody had just been dumping things in their libraries,
Right.
and now they needed someone to come in and make it usable again.
Right.
So we started organizing people's libraries, and it just turned into this whole thing because we know like what the materials are,
Right.
who the companies are to reach out to get updates, and who the local reps are, and it's just easy for us.
Right. And is there any challenges you face as a business owner here? Some difficulties, personal level, if there's any challenge of being a business owner, financially, socially?
The biggest challenge is getting people to understand how much the stuff in their space affects every other facet of their life. Like if you're surrounded by stuff that makes you feel stressed out, or that is telling you a story about what you need to be doing with your time and
Right.
energy, or is just like draining your energy and your time in the background without realizing, if you're just surrounded by stuff that is not serving you and who you want to be,
Right.
it just really affects your mental health and your clarity and your focus and your what you're able to just do with your time and how much you're able to relax in your own space.
Yes.
So I think just getting people to understand the value of having an organized space and understanding that organizing your space isn't just about like making it look cute.
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody thinks that organizing is like being a minimalist, and that's not what it's about at all. You could have like as much stuff as you want, as long as that stuff supports who you want to be and how you want to feel. So it's just about having the right stuff and organized in such a way that supports how you live in your space. Early on in my business, I spent a lot of time trying to convince people that they needed my help,
right.
and like kind of going to the wrong people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I thought like what I do is so simple, so I'm not going to charge very much money and I'm just going to like talk to average people everywhere I go, and I'm going
Right.
to help everyone, right? But it's like you have to value your service enough to charge enough money that people will take it seriously.
That's true.
I guess maybe that's a big lesson that I've learned.
That's right. Yeah, I was about to ask, do you have any tips? Because I know you have a lot of business owners, and I know that they have a lot of challenges. So, what are some tips that you would give to business owners?
Um,
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you have any tips for business owners because has a business owner, small business, there's probably things that you start doing that nobody tell you really how to do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Like
what would you say to somebody who just started a business? What advice would you give that person?
Oh, so many things, but maybe the first thing that comes to mind is don't try to make your business look good right off the bat. Just try to figure out what kind of person you're serving and trying to reach. And all you really need is a way for them to contact you and a way for them to pay you. You don't need like a fancy website.
That's right.
Or some cute branding, or to spend a bunch of money on all of the costs that make you look like a legitimate business.
Right.
Because that comes with growth. Like,
that's right.
Once you get some clients and you make some actual money,
right,
then you can get like a cute logo.
That's true.
And pay somebody to make a legitimate website. But in the meantime, it's okay if it looks like your business is a small business and that you are the one
right.
who's doing all the work. So if your website looks like you built it,
right.
that's fine at first.
That's right.
Someday you'll get to the point where it looks fancier, like more polished, but start small, and then once you actually have clients that you're helping, then just grow your business as your clientele grows.
That's a very good point.
When I started out, I spent a lot of money trying to build a fancy website and like get all of these parts and pieces in place before I got clients. And I spent a whole bunch of money like building a business and I didn't have a business yet.
Right. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. And do you have people that work for you now?
I do. I have a team of 4 other women.
Okay.
We all work part-time because we all have other things we want to do, like spend time with our kids.
That's true.
Or just,
And
lay in bed and read a book.
That's right. And we talked about it already, raising kids here. How is it to raise kids here in Edmonds?
In Edmonds specifically?
Yes.
I love the community in Edmonds. I would say that raising a kid in Edmonds is so different than what I imagined because I grew up in Seattle. And in Seattle, I felt very like I didn't know my neighbors and I didn't have any sort of a support system and it was just hard to get to places. But like in Edmonds, it's so easy to get everywhere, like to school, to daycare. And I've met so many other people just in my community that are actually like my village,
Right.
It's very cliche to say, but I have people I can call for anything that I've just met since I moved here that are my little community of people that help me raise a child. Like, you cannot raise a child by yourself as an island.
That's right. That's right.
The reason why I named my business The Tidy Rebel, which is like this cutesy little name, is really just because being rebellious to me and what I do is that all of the rules are dumb. None of them make any sense unless it's a rule that you make for your own space that makes sense for you.
Right.
So you can't just go online and find an idea for solving your problem that will work for you.
That's right.
Because all the formulas that are out there are built for no one. They are just sort of this overarching idea, but you have to make rules and solve problems that work specifically how you live, which means that it's not going to look like it belongs on Pinterest.
That's right.
And that is okay because you live in a house.
Right.
You don't just photograph it for Pinterest.
And if you did, please hit the subscribe button for more videos. It was really a pleasure meeting all these small business owners around Seattle and get to promote them a little bit as much as I can. Really good vibe at Alta's down south, the Cajun store. I really recommend it to everybody looking for that kind of item. Felt a really good vibe, very positive energy at the store. I really triggered my curiosity into going to New Orleans next. So we'll see what happens. Say that Seattle is actually pretty different. When I came here a few years ago, 6 years ago-ish, people are just more open to discussion, just more open to meeting new people. Of course, if you live here, like in my case, you get to get friends and meet people through work, through just everything else you do. But if you don't live here, it's also getting a little bit better compared to a few years ago, which is always very nice. If you enjoy the content, thank you so much for the support on my last video. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.